guys, in today's video I'll be doing what if European civilization started over. Now I'm gonna start in Italy with the red country, which is basically gonna start expanding into Lower Naples. Also, this is just Europe, not including rest of the world. I might do a rest of the world, but it's unlikely. And I might do another cabin crew episode soon. So hope you're there for that. So the red country is expanding. And for me, this actually looks sick how the red country looks. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Because the red country is probably like in other what if civilization started over, it's gonna become one of the biggest countries in the thing in history, or it's just gonna invade everyone. Ah yes, Aedis Pro nostalgia. Not saying that Aedis Pro is bad now. It's just, I used to watch his videos, but then I forgot about them. But I like his videos, yeah, but I want to make my own so I can also make you guys happy. Also, we recently hit 82 subs. Thanks guys for the support. Can't wait to reach that 100 real soon. And this is gonna be one of my longer videos because it takes a while to do this. First I have to make the map on Flip-a-Clip, and then I have to, draw. And I know that there's that this is entertaining, and it is. And I got the 747-800, and I will do a video about it. That is for sure. Or I'll do a video about the 747-400 as well. Because I know some of my new videos aren't exactly the best. But if I can get into mapping and try to make do mapping videos sometimes, I will. Okay, so basically at this point, the red country is becoming Naples and is expanding towards great things. I'm just sleepy today. I'm just doing this as basically a morning. So yeah, I'm a bit sleepy, but I'm gonna do this anyways. So right now, the red country is basically becoming like a power, and the only power basically in Europe right now. Or if you say that this is the only continent, then on the European continent. Because yeah, that kind of makes sense, because Europe is the only one left. No colonies, no nothing. So now So basically, guys, we're gonna expand Naples more, or just the Red Country. You can call it whatever. And you can even, maybe, you can design flags and then post them with a link to me, and then I might use them as the flags for the nations. Now the Blue Nation. This is like basically in the north, and is gonna be like my Blue Country from Aegis Pro, which is like Yemen. Yeah, that was in Yemen. Somewhere like that. And we're already having borders, but these borders look way better than anything which has been done by the British with their interesting border shapes. And also, I might get the Concorde, but that's unlikely. At least, yeah. So the Blue Country is gonna be expanding. It is gonna try squeezing the Red Country, so it can't expand a lot. And right now, for me, this looks like a bit like Georgia, for some reason. I could kind of see it, but at the same time I can't because of the little pointiness. But if you like what I'm doing, I made a second video, but I haven't started recording for it. So if you want that, then please tell me. Or if you're fine with whatever I'm doing, I will make another video. And the Red Country and the Blue Country first met. Now the Red Country has a king, while the Blue Country has a absolute monarchy. Has an absolute tribal leader, basically the chief. And the chief doesn't like the king very much, because his empire is bigger than the tribal leader's empire. So the tribal leader wants revenge on a country which did absolutely nothing. Like most nations are doing at this point. And now an invasion shall begin, maybe. Because these empires are expanding, but the Red Country is still one of the biggest. But at the end of the series, which is going to be like episode 20, I swear, that's going to be like the end when everyone nuclear bombs each other. Not like I've already planned everything out. No. I don't know when it's gonna end. It might end like in episode 50, 60. But each episode is like around 28 to 30 minutes. But the second video I made was 2 minutes. So yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so the Blue Country is basically becoming a Chile and is going long. Because they want to be the biggest empire. And the tribal leader is squishing the red country. And the red country is now extremely pissed and wants to destroy those blues. They're so angry at each other. They haven't started a war, but this is basically a cold war between the blues and the reds. Like in real life. Soviets versus Americans and their Western counterparts. And their Eastern counterparts, which is just Poland. And Bulgaria, who is a literal dog. Hey, Soviets, please annex us. Please, Soviets, I need to be annexed. And like the Mongolians, like, hey, Soviets, could you please annex us? China's kinda scary. I need this, please annex me. But the goated Soviets were like, nah, I'm not gonna let you become part of the great Soviet Union. That's only for the greatest empire. No, I meant Union of Socialist Soviet States. Definitely not an empire. And Bulgaria's like, fine, I'm gonna still support you. Mongolia, go F yourself. Right now. And now the Reds invade. And they're invading to push those blues. And somehow the blues did not think that maybe the red country was a bit stronger than they imagined. Did they think the blue country was a weakling? I mean, the red country was a weakling? They're literally the first country. They obviously must develop better tech than the blue country, which just basically, I think, stole tech. Because they are weak and poor and basically, no. Okay. So the blues are kind of getting effed hard. Damn. The blues cannot win this. Unless, of course, they manage to use their aura. Aura fire! Oh no, finally! Advancing into another country. How long does it take for the blues to finally fight back? You're not even fighting on the important front. What is this? The front is right there, not wherever you're going to try and push them out of your side. Your Adriatic. I know you want it to be your Adriatic. I think you have better concerns about the red forces advancing like they declared peace. Well, the red country got bigger, the blue country got smaller and a little bigger, just trying to get the Adriatic and being absolutely incompetent. So now they're just gonna expand to get the Adriatic because they want it so bad. Damn. And also, literally, I'm so annoyed. These blues are so incompetent. It's basically Mussolini on steroids. Jesus Maria. How do you do this and be so stupid? POV, I swear, the red country's just gonna, go fuck everyone around me. Yeah, I am not funny, I know. Well, I try to make my videos the most entertaining they can be. And the blue countries basically just making a bunch of spikes. Wonder why they're doing that. Are they trying to make the borders look weird? That looks like some weird centipede. Do you not see? It's like the little centipede legs. Or a bug on its leg. I swear. The red country is more of talking to a wall than talking to the tribal leader. Because he literally is incompetent as the Austrian Hungaries, plus the Italians in World War II. Oh my God, how can you be so incompetent? Incompetent, I dare. I say, incompetent. How incompetent. I keep repeating the same thing, I'm stupid. But I will add states for these, so I can know what states have been annexed into the kingdom, into the nations. And then I'll change states once, like, every time something happens. And now I'm gonna add the capitals. Let me add the capitals, yellow, make them big. Yeah, and that's the first red mistake, I swear. Who makes their capital so far from their population? And both the blue does it too. Oh, now the greens are revolting. Wonderful. Well, blues, you got your thing that the reds are out of the Adriatic. But now you have a new person in the Adriatic. Those skirmy greens. Which should not... And I guess these are like the villagers who are really pissed. Like, go fuck yourself for literally making us die. You put your capital so far that most of the people who tried migrating towards it are so poor and died from starvation. This is basically Stalin. And now they're uniting to form the Green Country, which is basically just an Italy which is less incompetent but still a bit incompetent. Now unite your fronts, yes, but literally how ugly can you make your fronts look? And you can't even annex it. God, the military, the red country, literally can hold you off. Unless, of course, they're too busy trying to hold off the blues. Oh, I see what's happening. Oh, shit. The blues and the reds were too much fighting each other that the reds are about to collapse. Or they're just green part is about to collapse. Okay, I guess it's gonna be peace. I swear, I think the greens in this invasion are gonna take the Adriatic and give it nothing. No. The red team doesn't have access to the Adriatic. Damn, why are you taking so much from the reds? You're basically... So this is just peasant revolts, and it's a peasant council of peasants. Now the capital. Yeah, and I did this mistake so many times. So basically, by accident put the same button as I did for like just pasting a color. I turned it a weird yellow. And then I returned it back to normal and put the capital right here. Because you need a capital near where you started. But now the red team is more centralized. And now the red team is expanding more. Because they like expanding. Okay, so right now the red team is basically forcing their way towards the north. They don't know what's in the north, but they think it's basically a giant plain with water. The blue team doesn't want to, but the red team found an island while using ships, like small ships, and found Corsica. And then they sailed back and told the red team about Corsica. And then the red team decided, yes, Corsica would be a nice place to settle. So they take Corsica. And now they're gonna invade the green team because they want all the Adriatic. Yes, Blues, you're definitely not a dictatorship. And most of the ethnicity inside the green country is just reds. There's no other ethnicity, I swear. So now the red team is joining because they're helping the blues, but they also literally just want as much territory as they could get. And they're now surrounding the capital, returning to the origin lands for the green invasion. They took the greens. And this is all the reds want. They basically just strip down the greens a bit. Yeah, but this means the blues are basically so far from that claim because their capital is so... So now the reds are... Now the reds are being back to being normal, less incompetent now. And I'm being extra... I did it again. Because this is like a later recording. And now it's closer to the bay because they're going to become a fishing country. And they have 2 enclaves within the 2 nations. Literally, it's... And then the Reds sorted theirs out, but the Blues, yeah, they sorted it out too. The Blues are expanding again. And unlike the Reds, which are actually big, competent, the Blues are just, let's go nuts. Yeah, city blues. What do they know about being competent? So now The blue team is basically becoming a boot and is approaching what used to be Italian lands back in World War II. I don't know what this was called. Something like Ljubljana. No, that's the capital of Slovenia. Oh, now they're more expanding into Corsica. Yay, Red, you're actually being smart. Because now you can make trade, you can farm, you can get more land, and maybe you can even invade the Sardinians. But now the red team is expanding along the coast because they want the coast. So they're pushing. And now the Greens are settling. Oh, no, they're making an Albanian colony, I think, or this is Greece. This is Greece, maybe. You guys tell me if this is Greece or is this another one? Or is this Albania? And now the Albanians are the green team is expanding more and taking more. Because they want all this territory for their great expansion. And the green team is now on the Adriatic, but barely, and needs more Adriatic. But now they control exiting the Adriatic. But no other countries is stuck as the Adriatic because literally the red team and the blue team can just trade by ships. Carts between the capitals, or they could just sail to different ports, like to the green port, and then the red ship could go to blues, because technically the blues and the reds are okay now. Now I'm adding the state border, the state layer. I think I did. POV. The green country has this little tiny settlement, literally so far from where they're settling. But the green team is basically going to carve up the parts of the Adriatic. Now they're taking this get eggs. This is just gonna be the Bay of the Blues. And Venice would be a nice capital, but I don't think they should go there because they might have revolutions or something. So thank you guys for this video, and bye.